Hi, Maria here, and today I thought I would do my first attempt at a holiday look for you guys. Yeah, the season is fast approaching. I can't help it. I just love Christmas. It's so exciting. I've always loved the Christmas season. I love everything about it. I love the lights. I love the glitz. I love the glamour. I love the parties, the socializing. Woo! I love it all. So I used the Kat Von D Monarch Palette and kind of went with a silvery, taupey, smoky eye, or just kind of smoked out in the corners, bold lip, you know, the usual kind of holiday party look. And then, yeah, I tried to like plump up my hair and make it look super voluminous, but I don't think I succeeded this time. Yeah, what can I say? But anyway, I'm giving you the full enchilada, the full face, you know, showing you how I get some volume in my hair, that sort of thing. And I hope that you really enjoy it. So let's just get started. So my skin is completely clean, and yeah, starting with a fresh face, I'm going to go in with the Porefessional by Benefit, and I just have a little sample here. This stuff is excellent for a primer for just minimizing pores. It's excellent. It's, I'd say, the best one I've used for pore minimizing and just making your face look really smooth and flawless. So I'm going to apply this kind of all over. And then what I'm going to do is just take a little bit more, so like that much, not even a pea-sized amount, and I'm going to spread a little bit more of that on my cheeks and right on the top of my nose, because that's the worst place for pores, and I'm going to just more press it in. Essentially, it's like spackle, and I'm filling in my cracks. Now I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and it's in the shade Porcelain, and I'm going to use a dampened beauty blender. I'm going to just put one full pump on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to use that for my face. I'm going to start, I always kind of start on this portion and then work my way out. The other thing that's really important is when you're doing a foundation, especially if it's one that's not a perfect match for you, is to bring it a little bit down onto your neck area, just so that it looks perfectly blended and you don't have any weird demarcation line. And especially if you're not using a color that is, like sometimes people are tanned more on their body and they're matching their face to their body. You want to make sure you get your ears too, just so that your ears aren't sticking out and looking a completely different color than the rest of your face. Now I'm going to use my Fit Me concealer in 15 Fair, and also my H&M concealer in Alabaster. It's really white, but I really want to have a highlighted, I'm going to do like a fairly major contoured look today. So I'm going to use that and place it over top of the Fit Me. Now I'm going to do the same thing under my eyes. This is the Fit Me. Let's bring it down a little bit. And then I'm really going to go to town with this H&M one. Now before I powder my face, I'm going to go in with the NYX High Definition Shadow Base and apply that all over my lid. Now I'm going to go in with my Mercier translucent powder. Now this I recently purchased and it's beautiful. I like it actually better than the Makeup Forever one. And I'm just using a fluffy e.l.f. brush, actually. It's a complexion brush. And what I do is I kind of put it upside down and then I just tap it like this. And then I get product in the lid and then I use it like that. So I concentrate the majority of it where I put the concealer, and then I just set the rest of my face by just lightly dusting it over. Now for my shadow look today, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Monarch Palette. And the first thing that I'm going to do is go into this highlight shade, this yellow shade, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. So next I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to go into this kind of taupey colored crease color. It's just a matte shade. And I'm going to apply this in my crease. And the key is to go back in windshield washer motions like this and just really blow the color out. You can do circular motions or back and forth, whatever seems to work best for you. But you want to just create a really light line, or just basically it fades into nothingness. I'm going to take a tinier crease brush and I'm going to go into this color right here. I'm going to take my Morphe M200 and I'm just going to just kind of blend these together. Now I'm going to take my little e.l.f. concealer C brush and go into this beautiful taupe color right here. And that's just going to go all over my lid. And then I'm going to take this small fluffy brush and just kind of blend out. Okay, now I'm going to take this little bullet brush and I'm going to go into this color. It's called Deadhead, I believe, and it looks black, but oh, you can't even see. Where is it? Okay, there we go. So it's this color here, and it looks black, but it's actually just a really, really dark brown. I actually prefer it over any black shadow because it looks richer. Now I'm going to take that same little fluffy brush and just kind of blend it all in. Now I'm going to go into that first matte color and I'm going to just blow it out on the bottom lash line. And then I'm going to take an even smaller brush and I'm going to go into that brown color, this color here. And then I'm going to go in with an angled brush into that really dark brown and just kind of smash it into the lower lash line. I'm going to take just a small little brush and go into this, the light taupey color, and just run it under the last little bit of my lower lash line. Okay, so I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Cottage Cheese, and I'm just going to place it on the inner corner. And then I'm going to go into a white shadow. Any white shimmery shadow will do. I'm going to use my Vice, I think it's a Vice 3 palette, and just go into this color called Bobby Dazzle. And I'm going to go into this shade. It's just kind of a whitish shade, but it's got big glitters in it. So if you tap it off, you get rid of the glitters. They kind of fall off. And you're left with the shadow. So this is what I have so far for the shadows. Just kind of a typical, kind of more neutrally taupey colored eye and really smoked out in the corners. And then I'm going to go in with Rimmel Scandaleyes and Tightline and do my lower lash line. And today I'm going to use Lights, Camera, Flashes and my beautiful Tarte eyelash curler. You know, I can't help it. When I use this, I just feel happy. Like, how could you not feel happy using something so pretty? Okay, so I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and I'm using the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade in dark brown. And what I do is I take the lid off and I take a chunk of the product, so just a little bit on my brush, and then I do it right back up, and that ensures that the product stays nice. And then I put it on the back of my hand, so I just kind of go like this, smear it on like that, so I can control the amount that's on my brush. So I've got a little bit of my product on, and I'm gonna start at the underneath part of my brow, not this part, but right here. And I'm going to put it underneath, and I'm gonna drag it up to the arch. And then I'm gonna do that on this side with no additional product, like that. So now I've got a kind of space. I'm gonna just begin to fill it in. And then I'm gonna just slowly drag this down to the top part of that brow, like that. And then I'm gonna flip, so my brush has been like this. If you want a sharper line, you can go this way. So once I've got the product on, then I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna make it straight, up and down, and I'm gonna begin to fill this part in like little hairs. And just using a really light hand. Just like that. And I'm gonna just dip in a little bit more into that product, and I'm gonna use my finger as kind of a balance, and I'm gonna do this line right here, and I'm gonna extend this down just slightly, because I want it, if I'm doing a brow, I want it to hit about there. And that's all I do for my brow. Okay, so I've got my eyes done now, and my eyebrows. This is what I have so far. Now I'm going to go into my my MAC eyeshadow in Omega, and I am going to take my contour brush and I'm going to do my contour. Then I'm going to go into Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in medium and just apply that just kind of above the contour. And I'm using a fairly light hand with this stuff. And I'm not going to bother doing my forehead or anything like that, because really I don't want my forehead to look any narrower than it is. I sometimes do my forehead, but it's really not necessary, especially when I'm going to be wearing my hair down. So I've done that, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of a, jaw. Give it like I'm the it. Oh dear. Now I'm going to do my blush last, because I won't really know how dark to go until I get my lip on. So I'm going to do my highlighter first, and I'm going to use the Becca highlight in Opal. It's this shade right here. So any red lipstick will do, but I'm going to use the Revelon lipstick in Cherry Blossom, and I'm going to pair it with MAC Burgundy lip liner, and then just kind of darken the lip a little bit with Stone. But I'm going to start with the Burgundy. Okay, so I've got the red lipstick on, and now I'm going to go in with the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten in Raspberry. It's like that. Let's face it, I've used these products tons and tons of times, but I just need to brighten up my face. Otherwise, I just look really, really white when I wear red lipstick. This blush is one of the most pigmented blushes I own. Okay, now I'm gonna take my this is a duo fiber brush from Walmart called Still Spa Essentials. And I just love it for just kind of blending everything in. It's super soft, and you can use it for, I don't even know what it's supposed to be for bronzing. I don't know if I would like it for bronzing, but I do like it for just blending all my cheek products together. And then I'm gonna use this Morphe brush. It's an M105. And I'm gonna go into my Hourglass palette, and I'm gonna just mix these two shades together. It's the lightest two shades, and just kind of put that all over, just lightly dusting it. Now for the hair, I just thought I'd show you kind of what I do. I've curled kind of the ends, actually using a straight iron, and I've parted it in the middle, which is kind of my standard MO. At least these days. And then I'm going to take just a little teasing comb like this, so it's really, really fine, with a rat tail on the end. And I'm using Big Sexy Hairspray by Sexy Hair. Yeah, I guess that's what it's called. Okay, so I'm going to take it, I'm gonna pull a section like that, and I'm gonna spray it first. Oh, inevitably it sprays all over my face. And then I'm gonna just tease the roots, because I want this hair to look fairly big and voluminous. Okay, then I take another section, spray it, tease it, and then I leave that part there, and then I take this part, and then sometimes I'll like spray just a little bit at the root there, and do this a little bit just to give it a bit more volume. Oh, maybe I should just go like this. What do you think? Is it me? Okay, so then I flip it over and just leave it looking crazy and big, like, the camera looks really weird. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now I've got the front done, then I'm gonna do the back. And one thing that's really important when you're doing your hair, sometimes like maybe people just automatically do this, but it's really important when you do your hair to make sure you take a mirror and look in the back and make sure you don't have any holes, because you know, sometimes we forget about the back and go, oh, okay, I can see everything, and we don't get it all. So I do the same thing in the back. Spray and tease. Okay, now what I do is I just separate the hair, the curls, and then I just lightly spray through it. And then I kind of just position it however I would like it. Just play with the curls a little bit. Like if you get this kind of thing happening, which is something that happens to me a lot, you can just take it and kind of tease the pieces together a little bit, and then you don't want to tease too much because you don't want to make the hair look frizzy. So this is the final look. These are the eyes. So yeah, smoked it out in the outer corners and under here, kept it light on top. Using the brighter kind of metallic shades like that Monarch palette is awesome for getting a really dramatic, kind of bold holiday type look. Key to holiday is go big or go home. Really, do something bright, do something bold. So yeah, doing a nice bright lip, And like the cool thing is when you're going to a Christmas party, you can go bright on the cheeks, you can go bright on the lips, you can go like dramatic on the eyes. It's all about like, you know, the va-va-voom factor. So yeah, hope that you like this. And the hair, it can always get bigger depending on how much you tease. You can also use dry shampoo or a volumizing powder at the roots. It's also better, like this was, my hair is clean today, so it's harder to get more volume at the roots, but yeah, doing that technique as far as like teasing is a great way to get volume, and second day hair is definitely better for that. So yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Please feel free to subscribe or give it a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great week.